clue scrolls. Love them or hate them, most accounts have completed them at some point in their journey. With varying requirements depending on the difficulty of the clue, the rewards can be some of the best in the game. Aside from combat, this account will only train skills when the clues demand it, one clue at a time. This is Clue Skilled. Previously on Clue Skilled, I managed to get the blue dragonhide body again. So this time we're actually going to do it though. It's just 71 crafting. Small Island North Fossil Island. That is awesome. That actually unlocks so much for me. Alright, we're back, about to finish the dig site quest. This will give me mining and herblore experience. For the first mining experience on the account, it gets us up to level 31. That is quite the jump, in 17 herblore. Unfortunately, I can't get either of those up any further. Alright, we finished finding everything and cleaned it to put it in display cases. We talked to this guy upstairs about the quests. We're up to 70 kudos, we need 30 more, so that's 6 quests. So, I don't know, we'll see which ones we end up doing, but I also need to stay here for that ruby necklace. I probably look like a crazy person chanting this to myself, trying to remember this sequence for the Demon Slayer quest, but, you know, it is what it is on mobile. Demon Slayer is completed, so that's 5 more quests to go for the kudos. By far the best upgrade I'll see for some time for melee in particular is an Amulet of Strength. Just made one. It's plus 10 strength bonus, and there's nothing that'll beat that for a while. I'm almost positive that this Draconia rock that's needed to be found out of the roots for the Grand Tree quest is either programmed to be found first or last. There's no in between. But anyway, there's the Grand Tree quest completed for 43 attacks and agility levels as well. Merlin's Crystal completed, 3 more to go for kudos. Level 35 prayer. Nature's Spirit is completed, which is a prereq for the Vampire quest line. Making History is completed, so I believe that's 2 more to go for the kudos, and also I think I needed this for Master Clues eventually. In Search of the Mire Key completed, which again is a prereq. Level 55 crafting. Alright, I want to take a minute to explain why level 70 crafting is taking so long. I believe I started at 43, which in total was roughly 8,500 molten glass. I don't remember the exact number, we'll go with that. Per world, the maximum I can get is 10 total. That's assuming it's fully in stock, which is often not. So that means 850 minimum world hops, with a total of 607 trips to the furnace after it's all been collected to make the molten glass. And then a grand total of 1,237 bank trips between collection and actually making them. And of course, I got to spend a couple hours actually making the lantern lenses after. So that's why it's taking so long. I'll get there just slowly and surely. It's just rather boring, and I'd rather be doing other things. I realized I can get into the Champions Guild since I've done a bunch of quests. This means I will start Dragon Slayer 1 because I want to get dragon tasks, and I can get some upgrades to my ranged armor with some green dragonhide. And unless I get a drop, I'll buy a rune sword eventually, which will be my best slot melee weapon for a while. Shield of Rav is completed, so 1 more quest to go for the kudo requirement. Genuine question. As part of the Kandarin achievement diary, you got to get this fish bowl. Does anyone actually keep it, or does everyone do this, drop it, break it, and kill the fish? Because I have never once kept this. Let me know. But I got to get some mackerel for the last quest I need to do, so here we are doing that. Quick easy casket coming in, and we get nothing. In 8 of the Mire Key is done, which is the last one I need for the kudos. Let's go move on with the hard clue. Just to make it official and approve it, there's 100 kudos, so I can move on with a Bone Voyage or Voyage quest, however you say it. Still working on 43 prayer as well. We got some bone shards, so just a quick level here is 37 prayer for my first protection prayer. I kind of wanted to prove why I have to do the crafting grind again. Here I am at Brutal Blue Dragons, which drop the body that I need. Ran out of prayer already, and I got it just under half health, and these things hit pretty high, as you can see right there. So time to go, and that just shows I don't quite have the strength I need to be able to kill one of those at this point. Level 60 crafting. Level 45 ranged. Level 65 crafting. Well, this is the last inventory I will need for all the molten glass, so I'm pretty excited I don't have to hop worlds anymore. Just make the last few molten glass, and I don't know, hour and a half or so from now, I'll have the level. There it is, the level that I need. Just need a +1 boost now, which will be pretty easy to get, but I did unlock a diamond amulet, which is going to be pretty useful, so let's go make one of those first. This really doesn't help all that much, but it'll be my best ranged amulet for I don't know how long. So there it is, diamond amulet made. We're going to enchant it into an amulet of power. Still working on level 50 range, which I need to actually use the blue dragon hide. Managed to get the last piece of the skull scepter that I needed, and that'll be super nice to use for clue steps in the future. There it is, level 50 range. I'll stop there, and I think I actually went a little dry on beginner clues here, which kind of sucks, but there it is. Just to prove it, blue dragon hide I can now equip. Alright, I'm going to use poison chalices for this +1 boost. Oh man, I got it already. It was a 1 in 4, so hopefully this doesn't go away. It doesn't look like it's going to. But there's one. I'm going to make an extra one, and then probably a couple other things for full blue dragon hide. So time to move on. Moment of truth. Was it worth it? We get a casket. Sweet. And move on to the next clue now. Back with some more bone shards. Here's level 40 prayer for the second protection prayer. Alright, there is the last ensouled giant done, and just have to bury these bones. There's 43 prayer for protect from melee, so that's all the protection prayers. So I don't know what I'm going to kind of tackle first with this, but probably the hard clue. Let's move on. Well, I got a medium clue that requires me to go to the mausoleum off the Mortania coast, which is way over here, which requires me to do the creature, or at least start the creature of Finkenstrain's quest. So we'll go to that eventually, but I'm not really in a hurry to finish this at this point. Bone Voyage or Voyage? Voyage is more fun to say. The quest is completed, so I can now get to Foss Island. I'm already there, and just so happens to be my hard clue is just on the other side of this island. So let's walk over there, see if I can even kill this Saradomin wizard. Alright, I think the play is going to be protect from melee and try to negate the magic damage. And Oak can hit pretty high. My best armor is that blue dragon hide, and so not greatest defense. My best food can only heal 11 or 12 over 2 bites. So not the greatest. Have a teleport if I need it, but let's see how this goes. Well, that was a good teleport. There was just no way I was going to be able to kill it. I can't out-heal it because my food's not great. So, I don't know. I got to figure out a way that I'm going to be able to kill this wizard and move on with the hard clue. Alright, I'm back and I want to try something. I have a ton of blighted supplies from Castle Wars I've been doing somewhat in my free time. I want to know if this is safe in a PvP world. I don't want to risk being killed. Let's hop over to one and see if, come on. I know this bank tile will be safe once I log in. It's just a matter of if one step over is, and it is. Look at that. Well, that's the game plan. I have prayer potions this way. I have much higher healing food. So let's get round 2 going. All right, I'm set up. Let's try this again. Alright, that went a lot better. My damage was very low, but that's the best I can do because of my stats. So next step, we've got something that we can go do, so that's nice. Looky here, I've got some more things I gotta do for this hard clue. I need to get the Throne of Miscellany quest started. I don't necessarily need to finish it, but in order to do so, I gotta complete the Heroes quest and the Fremennik Trials, which I need some levels for. Let's look. Heroes Quest, I definitely need to do Dragon Slayer 1. I don't know if we need to do anything else. I need to do the Lost City, which has some more requirements. There's some skilling requirements. We gotta do cooking, fishing, woodcutting, and fletching I have to do for the Fremennik Trials. So, got a little bit we gotta be doing here, but it's not too bad, and it's a welcome progress on the account. Do you remember that medium clue that I've been saving my bank that I didn't want to complete? Well, I did it. I made it to the mausoleum, but unfortunately, as you can look at my inventory, I don't have the items I need for the emote clue step. So I've got to go all the way back to a bank, and this spot is nowhere close to a bank. 2 medium caskets coming in, and I guess Appreciate Lawrence and Alks, and a collection log, so I guess it's always nice. Level 41 mining, so I can now use a rune pickaxe. quick, easy clue. Can we get anything good? And, well, I guess Law Runes again. Level 15, Woodcutting. Level 10, Fletching. Level 15, Fletching. Level 20, Fletching. There's level 30, Woodcutting. And level 35, Woodcutting. Level 25, Fletching. So that is the furthest I can go at this point in Fletching. Level 45 Mining, and I love that I'm actually able to get clues from skilling now rather than just Slayer. Well, contrary to what I have said before, I took a little detour because I got lost looking for a blue snail, and you actually can get to the Mortmire Swamp by walking through Canvas instead of down through the gate and the fence. So, sorry I lied about that earlier, but at this point I've already had to do Nature Spirit, so it's not really like I cheated or anything I'd say, but, here we are now. Level 20, Herblore. Hey, look at that. First fishing trawler back, and I managed to get another piece of the outfit, so that makes 3 out of 4, and I had to clear that at some point, but I don't know, it's probably 14 total trawlers, so not bad at all. And just like that, there's the 4th and final piece of the fishing outfit, and took total of right around 20, I'd say, fishing trawlers, so very underrated. Welcome though, and it'll be nice to have this combat achievement done once I get to that point. Level 40 Woodcutting. Well, just got the first elite scroll from while I was woodcutting, and looks like I need to go kill a water fiend. So I guess I need to figure out where the best location will be to do that. Alright, here's the wiki for the water fiend. I haven't killed a whole lot of these ever because they're just not worth it. But the locations I can get them is the Kraken Cove, which is Slayer task only, so that's going to take a while. The Ironwork Dungeon, which is going to take even longer. And Baxtorian Falls, which is going to be the really only viable option at this point. However, I believe I need to go get some fire making for that. Okay, so here's the Barbarian Training, which we have to start the fire making portion to get underneath Baxtorian Falls. And that says 35 fire making not required to start. However, you scroll down into the fire making section, and the very first step is 35 fire making. So that is an additional skill that we need to go grind out. There's level 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 fire making. Level 45 woodcutting off the forestry event, so that's where I'll be stopping. Luckily, I have plenty of logs in the bank to finish out fire making. Level 35 fire making, so let's go move on to the elite clue for now. Alright, jumping into Baxtorian Falls for the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know where the water fiends are underneath here. So wow, this thing takes forever. Pull up the map and zoom in. Looks like we need to go to the lower level, or I consider on the upper level right now. It's throwing me off. So lower level and then out to the west side, and we will get there. So let's go do it. Well, that was a lot easier fight than I thought it was going to be, and there were actually a water fiend right by the entrance, so it wasn't too bad. This green dragon is wrecking me though, so let's eat something, and then let's go open. Oh, can't forget the water rune. So so glad I went back for one water rune. All right, let's go up a level so this thing stops attacking me. Open it up, and first time we have to go to Sherlock. So let's go see what we got to do. All right, Sherlock, be nice to me. First elite Sherlock step we get is plant a watermelon seed, which is 47 farming. It's actually very welcome because that'll help with the herb lore I have to do right now too. Well, I'm still working on mining, of course, and now that I have farming, I'll need some ultra compost. Might as well get the volcanic ash now. Stop at 500, it'll easily get me to 47 farming and a decent amount of ultra compost there, as well as some super compost potions. Lost City is completed for access to Zenaris. However, there is nothing I can do here, so I'm just going to leave. Alright, after this dialogue, the Fremenic Trials is completed for a little bit of experience and a ton of skills, and that will get us to level 47 Strength, 39 Agility, 31 Fishing, 27 Fletching, 27 Thieving. So all nice little upgrades there. Just need to do Heroes Quest now to move on with the harder clue. And to do that, I need more fishing and cooking levels, a little bit of mining, and some herb lore experience. Well, I also forgot about Dragon Slayer 1, so knock that out really quick. And I think that's probably a good point to call this a video. So I still have a little bit of skills I have in front of me for this hard and elite clue, but I'll finish those up soon and hopefully finish the clues as well, and then I'll open some other clues in my bank of the other tiers that I have. So I really appreciate you watching, and I'm trying to grow my channel, so every subscription really helps. Leave a like on the video as well, and leave a comment. I will be responding to everyone. Thanks for watching.